מתוק ומנעים שברכים גם יחד. הנה מתוק ומנעים שברכים גם יחד. Let's sing that again. הנה מתוק ומנעים שברכים גם יחד. הנה מתוק ומנעים שברכים גם יחד. Next part. How good it is. How sweet it is. To be together on this day. How good it is. How sweet it is. To be together on this day. From the top. הנה מתוק ומנעים שברכים גם יחד. הנה מתוק ומנעים שברכים גם יחד. How good it is. How good it is. How sweet it is. To be together on this day. How good it is. How sweet it is. To be together on this day. הנה מתוק ומנעים שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מתוק ומנעים שבת אחים גם יחד.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Shabbat Shalom.
Good to be together, to create community, to sing with Cantor and with our friend Dan, and to have this opportunity to welcome Shabbat. But as we always do, one of the most important things is really to feel that sense of community. So find someone you're sitting near who you may or may not know. Introduce yourself to them. Wish them a Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom, Dan. He's doing a Shalom Aleichem. Then we're doing the campus. Want your mic to listen to us?
Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon. Mimelech Malchei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Boachem l'shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon. Mimelech Malchei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Baruchuni l'shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon. Mimelech Malchei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. צאתכם לשלום, מלאכי השלום, מלאכי עליון. ממלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא.
We create our space on Shabbat, our time together to reflect and to breathe a little more deeply and to focus on what matters most in our lives, the beauty that we find around us. And in days and weeks and months, in a sense of what we've experienced, is not the most easy, especially for us as Jews. But community reminds us of why we're here and what we can do and what we can create. This morning, beginning the day, welcoming our Shabbat with our preschoolers makes us smile. Some of you were there with us. Illuminates our life a little. And we tell our preschoolers that every one of us brings more light into the world. Every one of us gets their own Shabbos candle. And so as we kindle Shabbat candles, we're reminded of that, and each child leaves their Friday morning experience with their own candle to remind themselves. I think of that often as we welcome Shabbat, as we light the candles of Shabbat. But of course, as we think of those who are held hostage today, that privilege is not afforded them. We're told that we light 2 Shabbos candles traditionally, one because of the 7th day of rest, the Sabbath, after God created 6 days that God rested, and so we do the same, and that's one commandment. The other is that we protect Shabbat because when we were slaves in the land of Egypt, we didn't have Shabbat. We couldn't make Shabbat. We couldn't pause from our work. I thought of that in reflecting on the hostages, those 220, or now I hear 228 of our people who are held, who can't make Shabbat. So we have 220 candles out here. So we light the candles for them tonight. As we light for ourselves, for our community, we light Shabbos candles for all those in Israel, for those who are held in Gaza, who cannot. And we bring Shabbat's light and warmth into our entire community, into Am Echad, into our one sense of peoplehood, reminding ourselves that wherever we are, we're connected. We feel that, we understand that, we can come together with that reality. So as we sing, as we bless, so I invite you to come, all of us, together, and help light at least one candle so we can light these for those who cannot. Please join me.
Them with goodness and mercy and peace. Oh, hear our prayer to you. Und jefni frashna vamba מול ענן שחור כבד, כל שנבקש לו יהי. ואם בחלונות הערב אור נרות החג רועד, כל שנבקש לו יהי. לו יהי. Let us light these lights and see the way to you. us light these lights. Let us light these lights and see the way to you, and let us say Amen. Let us light these lights
and see the way to you, and let us say Amen. Oh, hear my prayer, I sing to. Let's sing it together. Be gracious. Be gracious to the ones I love, to the ones I love,
and bless them with goodness
and
and mercy and peace. Oh, hear our prayer to you. Please join me. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat. The Lord protect and defend you. May He always shield you from shame. May you come to be in Israel a shining name. May you be like Ruth and like Esther. May you be deserving of praise. Favor them. Favor them, O Lord, with happiness and peace. Oh, hear our Sabbath prayer. Amen.
As we create Shabbat tonight, we link ourselves with those throughout the entire globe, throughout our community. As these tapers burn down, so does that light bring something to our lives that carries us. Looking back on the week, seeing blessings that we've created, and seeing blessings that we'll carry with us. Even in the midst of darkness, giving us hope, bringing light to our world. So now that we've kindled these candles, so can we enjoy our moment of Shabbat together. You know, we call these Kaya services. We call these services that are come as you are relaxed, are informal, and they're a way just to meditate, to pray, to reflect. And we always say that it doesn't matter what the prayer books necessarily give us, it's what we feel in the moment. The prayers can be that rubric that we can hold on to, but sometimes our minds go other places, and that's okay too. So we do the same tonight with our prayers and with music. If you want to follow along with the prayer books, please do so. It is up to you for that, and it's for words that may guide you. You can sit back and listen. You can sit back and hopefully sing and enjoy. It's a special opportunity for us as we create Shabbat with the blessing of having not just cantors singing with us, but our friend Dan as our artist in residence, as well as our choir that will join us throughout the evening as well and sing and add even more beautiful music. And so, with that in mind, I think we're ready for our Shabbat prayers now. Am I correct? And so, we can come together as a community with our call to worship the Baruch Hu. You can rise. If you want to use the prayer book, it's around like page 19 or something, or 21, but you don't have to worry about that either.
Baruchu et Adonai HaMevorach.
Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed. Yalalai teach us how to live. Fill our hearts with joy and all the love you have to give. Shelter us in peace as you lead us to your name, and we will know that you are one, and we will know that you are one. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavecha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol me'odecha ve'ayu ha'devarim ha'ele asher anochi metzavecha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam v'shivtecha b'beitecha uv'lechtecha v'derech uv'shochbecha uv'kumecha וקשרתם להיות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
Rabbi Ed Feinstein teaches that it was actually easy for the Jews to get out of Egypt. What he says has been the hardest is for the Egypt to get out of the Jews. That feels like something Daniel would say. But if it's true at all, it makes me want to ask some questions like, well, if it's true, then what am I a slave to? What would it take to set me free? How would that make me feel? Mi chamocha bo'elim Adonai, mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh. Mi chamocha bo'elim Adonai, mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh. Nora teilot osef eleh, nora teilot osef eleh. Adonai yimloch leolam va'ed. Malchutecha ra'u banecha, bokei hayam lifnei Moshe uMiriam. Ze Eli anu ve'amru, ze Eli anu ve'amru. Adonai yimloch leolam va'ed. Mi chamocha bo'elim Adonai, mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh. Mi chamocha bo'elim Adonai, mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh. Nora teilot osef eleh, nora teilot osef eleh. Adonai yimloch leolam va'ed.
As we move into our Amidah, we're going to take a few moments for private prayer. And I ask you to think about that which you would like to receive this evening. Take a moment to reflect on those things that are beautiful in your life, those things that you would desire, and what the music will bring you. As Dan finishes getting his fingertips on. And feel free to close your eyes.
Elohai netzor lishoni mera. Elohai netzor lishoni mera. Oh my God, watch over me. Take the hurt away from how I speak. Only love flows from you. May every word I speak be true. Elohai netzor lishoni mera. Elohai netzor lishoni mera. When words are thrown, I'll hold my tongue and breathe the air of songs I've sung. That refrain I'll repeat. There's more to you than only me. Elohai netzor לשוני מרע. אלוהי נצור לשוני מרע, ושפתי מדבר מרמה, ולנקל אלי נפשי תדום, ונפשי כפר לכל תהיה. היי נה נה, היי נה נה נה, היי נה נה, היי נה נה נה, היי נה נה, היי נה נה נה, היי נה נה, היי נה נה.
Adonai, Sefatai tiftachu fi yagid tehilatecha. Eternal God, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your glory. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, Elohei Avotenu ve'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, ve'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Leah, ve'Elohei Rachel, Ha'el HaGadol, HaGibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, וקונה הכל, וזוכר חסדי אבות ואימהות, ומביא גאולה לפני בניהם, למען שמו באהבה. מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן, ברוך אתה אדוני מגן אברהם, בעזרת שרה. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיי הכל אתה רב להושיע, משיב הרוח ומוריד הגשם, מכלכל חיים בחסד, מחיי הכל ברחמים רבים, סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר. מי כמוך בעל גבורות, ומי דומה לך, מלך ממית ומחיה, ומצמיח ישועה. ונאמן אתה להחיות הכל, ברוך אתה אדוני מחיי הכל. אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יהללוך סלה. ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש.
A different type of prayer. Eternal One, help us remember that the jerk who cut us off in traffic last night is a single mother who worked 9 hours that day and was rushing home to cook dinner, help with the homework, do the laundry, and spend a few precious moments with her children. Help us to remember that the pierced, tattooed, disinterested young man who cannot make change correctly is a worried 19-year-old college student balancing his apprehension over final exams with his fear of not getting his student loans for next semester. Remind us that the scary-looking bum begging for money in the same spot every day who really ought to get a job is a slave to addictions that we can only imagine in our worst nightmares. Help us to remember that the old couple walking annoyingly slow through the store aisles, blocking our shopping progress, are savoring this moment, knowing that based on the biopsy report she got back last week, this will be the last year they go shopping together. Eternal One, remind us each day that of all the gifts you give us, the greatest gift is love. It's not enough to share that love with those we hold dear. Open our hearts not just to those who are close to us, but to all humanity. Let us be slow to judgment and quick to forgiveness and patience and empathy and love. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu Leshalom V'hamidenu Shomreinu Lechaim. Spread the shelter of your peace over us. Guide us in wisdom, compassion, and trust. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu Leshalom V'hamidenu Shomreinu Lechaim. Save us for the sake of your name. Shield us from hatred, sorrow, and pain. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu Leshalom V'hamidenu Shomreinu Lechaim. V'shamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, לעשות את השבת לדורות הברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורות הברית עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם, כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני, עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ, וביום השביעי שבת ויהי נפש. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורות הברית עולם. ושמרו בני
peace will come, and let it begin with me. Shalom, shalom yavo, shalom yavo, she'achil iti, she'achil iti. Oh, my own life is all I can hope to control. Oh, let my life be lived for the good of my soul. Let it bring peace, beautiful peace, beautiful peace, awesome peace, awesome peace. And let it begin with me. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Le'olam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Le'olam. Ki ata hu melech adon lechol hashalom. Ki ata hu melech adon lechol hashalom. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Le'olam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Le'olam. B'tov b'necha levarech et amcha Yisrael. B'chol עת ובכל שעה שלומך. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Le'olam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Le'olam. Tasim Le'olam. Tasim
Try it. Shomer Yisrael, Shemon Sherid Yisrael, Ve'al Yovad Yisrael, Haomrim Shema Yisrael.
We add extra prayers to our Shabbat worship. As we've done these past 3 weeks, I invite our friend Yali Devere to join me on the bima in helping with these prayers. First, a prayer for the state of Israel. We say, Avinu shebashamayim, Tzor Yisrael, v'g'odo barech et medinat Yisrael, Rock of Israel, our salvation, bless the state of Israel. first fruit of the flourishing of redemption. Guard her in the abundance of your love. Spread over her the shelter of your peace. Send forth your light and truth to those who lead and judge her, that they may walk in the way of justice, freedom, and integrity. Strengthen the hands of those who guard our holy land, and let them inherit salvation and life, and give peace to the land, continuous joy to her inhabitants, and soon fulfill the vision of your prophet. Nation shall not lift up sword against nation. Let them learn no longer the ways of war. And let us say, Amen. And for a prayer for the IDF, for our soldiers.
מי שברך אבותינו אברהם, יצחק ויעקב, הוא יברך את חיילי צבא ההגנה לישראל, העומדים על משמר ארצנו וערי אלוהינו, מגבול הלבנון ועד מדבר מצרים, ומן הים הגדול עד לבוא הערבה, ביבשה, באוויר ובים. May the one who blessed our forefathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, bless the soldier of the Israel Defense Forces who stand guard over our land and the cities of our God, from the border of Lebanon to the desert of Egypt, and from the great sea of the Arava, on land, in air, and on sea. ייתן אדוני את אויבינו הקמים עלינו, ניגפים לפניהם. אדוני הוא ישמור ויציל את חיילינו מכל צרה וצוקה, ומכל נגע ומחלה, וישלח ברכה והצלחה בכל מעשה ידיהם. May God one preserve and rescue our soldier from every trouble and distress, and from every plague and illness, and may God send blessing and success in their every endeavor. ויעטרם בכתר ישועה ובעטרת ניצחון, ויקוים בהם הכתוב, כי אדוני אלוהיכם ההולך עמכם, להילחם לכם עם אויביכם, להושיע אתכם, ונאמר אמן.
A prayer for the hostages, a prayer that was written in medieval times that we can still say, unfortunately today, but we must say today, to think of those who are held in Gaza.
אחינו כל בית ישראל, הנתונים בצרה ובשביה, העומדים בין הים ובין היבשה, המקום ירחם עליהם ויוציאם מצרה לרווחה, ומאפלה לאורה, ומשעבוד לגאולה, השתה בעגלה ובזמן קריב, ונאמר אמן.
שומר ישראל, שמור שארית ישראל, ואל יאבד ישראל, האומרים שמע ישראל.
We turn in our prayers now as we think of those in our own community, friends and family who are in need of healing and in need of strength. The words of Mishaberach as we bring Torah into our midst, not just as our source of knowledge and learning, but also as our source of hope and of strength, as it's been with us literally for thousands of years. Please rise. Friends and family of our community, of our congregation, Alyssa Ioto and Amy Drysdale Atler, Suzanne Becker, Michael Brody, Chris Burke, Karen Kasman, Patty Seresny, Michael Eisen, Danielle Ben Shira V'chaim, Judy Freund, Ann Gotro, Richard Gotro, Batia Mesha Panina, Aver Havercorn-Holm, Ty Hall, Donna Marie Hawk, Leon Klein, Scott Klein, Chaya Aviva Batfegla, Karen Coltoneau, Marta Lazar, Gertrude Levin, Zoe Marcus, Len Miji, Barak Drew Ben Avram Ben Belashira, Gail Mintz, Lev Herschel Ben Bet Ami, Miriam Bat Chaviva Yovka, Rezel Bat Leah Miriam, Eileen Porcelli, Rachel Mi Beit Chaim Bachava, Marcy Fisher Reiners, Leslie Riggs, Marsha Raphael, Bruce Rubin, the St. Amman family, Shmuel Menachem Tzvi, Stephen Siegel, Simcha Ben Mina Bar Menachem, Guy Stern, Susanna Stern, Len Turman, Karen Thompson, Yuri Umansky, Barbara Weinstein. Especially this week, as we have these past, thinking of the 4,600 Israelis physically injured from the October 7th attack in the state of Israel, and all the names in our hearts. Baruch Atah Adonai Rafah Chalim. Bless you, God, to give strength to those in need. As we gather together as a community, as a congregation of families, reminded of the value of being in concert with one another, connected to one another, and that in times of loss and mourning, how much more so that we stand together, that we support mourners and realize that the prayer of Kaddish is one to say as we're standing with one another, reminding ourselves that in loss we're not alone. And so as we do so, as we join in this moment, we think of those taken from our midst in this past week and month and year whose Shoshimi mark friends and family of our community. Omer Balva, Samantha Wall, Daniel Max, Ralph Sossin, Robert DeRoven, Bernard Sklar, Buddy Lebman, Jane Jacobs, Sarah Shepashnikova, Carl Fisher, and Eve Rader and Sammy Rader. as well as the over 1,400 Israeli family and friends whose lives were lost in the terrorist attack in Israel on October 7th. And linking their names and names whose yortzites we mark on the Shabbat, those anniversary of passing we lovingly commemorate. Eve Arno, Pauline Berkowitz, Louise Blank, Ruth Blau, Joan Cleef Brown, Ellen Garrick, Arthur Goldberg, Sherman Goldman, Joseph Goldring, Doris Goodman, Maxwell Greenspan, Kenneth Joel Iskovitz, Lillian Katz, William Klegman, Pearl Cleef, Meyer Coltoneau, Vita Tepper Levine, Henry Lewis, Berta Midas, Francis Naines, Daniel Pivos, Gloria Portney, Yitzhak Rabin, Cecil Rosenthal, David Rosenthal, Gerald Schumacher, Helen Sherman, Myra Spasizen, Muriel Tarnoff, William Zucker. Linking their names, all names we do not recite on the Shabbat, those of every faith and every family whose lives have touched ours. So do we stand together as one community, as one family, and joining the immortal words of the Mourner's Kaddish as found on page
41.
Thank you, 41 in our prayer books. We'll give a moment for everyone to get there too. 46.
Stand corrected.
And we join together. Yikadal v'yikadash shemei rabbah b'alma divrach yirateh v'almich malchuteh b'chayei chon uvyomeh chon uchayei decho beit Yisrael v'agalam ubizman kari v'imru. Amen. Yehei shmei rabbam v'varach le'ol amaya yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh Vitnadar, vitnalet, vitnala, shemei de kudusha b'rechu, v'era min kol birchata b'shirata, tush v'chata v'nechamata, datmeram v'yama v'imru. Amen. Yehei shlomo rabba min shemaya, v'chaim aleinu v'yal kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu v'yal kol Yisrael. A source of peace, and peace to those who mourn, comfort to those who are bereaved here and everywhere. And let us say, Amen.
Oseh shalom bimroma, hu yaseh shalom aleinu. Oseh shalom bimroma, hu yaseh shalom. Oseh shalom bimroma, hu yaseh shalom aleinu. Oseh shalom bimroma, hu yaseh shalom aleinu. Oseh shalom bimroma, hu yaseh shalom aleinu. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael.
Shabbat Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
So we have a special treat tonight besides the blessing of praying together and singing together and being led by Dan and Cantor. Dan's going to share a few more songs and stories with us that will bring a little more beauty into our Shabbat experience. Are you doing it from right there? Are you all set?
Nope, he's moving.
Okay.
Wanna take a announcement or a tissue?
Yeah, I'll talk as you move, Dan. Get in position. It's good. It's a well-oiled machine. So as Dan gets in position, share a few things that are on the horizon at Temple that we can be aware of that's coming up. I'm still teaching the L'chaim course, the Jewish view of living and doing. Last session this week. We can jump into any of them. They all stand alone right now. We'll pick that up again with more afterwards. But on Wednesday, Rabbi Daniel starting his course on Reform Judaism, a lunch and learn as well for the 3 following Wednesdays after that too. So you can sign up for that too. And that's getting us ready to go to Cincinnati, the home or the birthplace of Reform Judaism in a sense, and getting for that. But you can do either without the other. Euchre tournament is Thursday, November 2nd. Women of Shir Shalom is Wednesday, November 8th. And in 2 weeks from tonight, we have another special Oneg. We'll talk about tonight's Oneg in a moment. But on November 10th, not only do we have a special Oneg, but a very good friend, another great friend of ours, my friend Benny Levine will be joining us from Israel. So he's going to be in town, and he'll be on the Bima with us, sharing some stories and some reflections on Israel as well. So with that in mind, I'll turn to my friend Dan and sit back and listen and enjoy.
No tishy tish, Rabbi?
Well, we'll do that maybe. We'll see. We're going to enjoy this for a moment and a Titian song.
Okay. Someone just said, can you ask questions of Dan? Please don't do that. That's a terrible idea. This is from Song of Songs, a book of love poetry. And what if we had the chutzpah to wake up in the morning and see ourselves in the mirror, however tired or old we may feel we look, and look into the eyes of that person and say, hey, I see you this morning. It's good to see you. Welcome back. What might it be to sing a song of love to yourself, to have that much appreciation, to meet yourself with authentic joy and appreciation for the person you are? Maybe starting there is a way to go. And this translation of this Hebrew says, like, behold, or pay attention, or watch out, or wow, the voice of my beloved comes leaping over the mountains, bounding over the hills. What if we could meet ourselves with that kind of joy? Once a week? Maybe? That's where I'm coming from with this. Kol dodi hine ze bamedalek ha'e'ari mikapetza hadmaot kol dodi hine ze bamedalek ha'e'ari mikapetza Last spring, before the summer camp tour hit, I had an opportunity to teach this song online to some song leaders that were going to be going around the country to camps. One of those Zoom situations where I'm looking at the white light, pretending someone's really there. It sounds like you've been there. And I sang the song and I taught the song, and everyone that was at home playing their guitar and singing along, they were all on mute. So I couldn't tell if they had learned it or not. It was a pure act of faith. I did it, felt okay, it felt good enough. And I went on with my day and the next week, and then it was summer camp, and I was at Camp Newman in Santa Rosa, California. And this song leader, all 18 years old of her, we're done with song session. We're just hanging out with the song leaders in the Beit Tefillah late at night, and she starts playing this song, and she starts singing it, and she Kol Dodi Hine Ze Ba Medaleg Al Heharim Mekapetz Al Hadvaot. And I said, "Excuse me, where did you learn that?" She goes, I learned it from you. And I said, "No, you didn't. I've never taught this song before." And she said, "Yeah, on the Zoom a couple of months ago." And I said, "Wait a minute. You were there?" She said, "I was." "And you really learned it?" "I really did." "Sing it again." And she sang it again. And what was so cool about it was that she sang it really well. She sounded magical. And she composed parts of the melody that I did not write. I wrote, Kol Dodi Hine Ze Ba Medaleg Al Heharim. She wrote, Kol Dodi Hine Ze Ba Medaleg Al Heharim. I said, no offense to the guy that wrote that, but you wrote it better than I did. That part of the song, that's part of the lyric means like over the mountains. And that's exactly what that melody does when she sings it. Al Heharim Mekapetz Al Hagvaot. Anyway, we sang it for the rest of the 2 weeks I was there. And it was a moment where I realized sometimes we just don't know the impact that we can have on another person, even when we're trying and focused and prepared. Sometimes we just don't know. What might it be like for us to live our lives with that kind of faith, that kind of trust in ourselves, in the moment, and another person? So I'm singing it again. You're welcome to hum along. You're invited. I know that. Kol Dodi Hine Ze Ba Medaleg Al Heharim Mekapetz Al Hagvaot. Same thing again. Kol Dodi Hine Ze Ba Medaleg Al Heharim Mekapetz Al Hagvaot. Little love song for a Friday night. Here's one that I didn't write, but I think about the moment we're in and how easy it is, how understandable it is to be overwhelmed by these moments. And I was thinking what might be of service tonight for us. And this is an incredibly beautiful song that I hope will put things into a perspective for you as we move through the Shabbat. It's a song by songwriter from Chicago, Illinois. Her name's Susan Werner. And then maybe after this, we can have Tishy Tish. Please? I'm using my manners. May I suggest to you, may I suggest this is the best part of your life. May I suggest this time is blessed for you. This time is blessed and shining almost blinding bright. Just turn your head and you'll begin to see the 1,000 reasons that were just beyond your sight. The reasons why I suggest to you, why I suggest this is the best part of your life. There is a world that's been addressed to you, intended only for your eyes. A secret world, like a treasure chest to you, of private scenes and brilliant dreams that mesmerize. A lover's trusting smile, a tiny baby's hands, the million stars that fill the turning sky at night. And I suggest to you, I suggest this is the best part of your life. There's a hope that's been expressed in you, the hope of 7 generations, maybe more. And this is the faith that they invest in you, is that you'll do one better than was done before. Inside you know, inside you understand, inside you know what's yours to finally set right. And I suggest to you, I suggest this is the best part of your life. This is a song, comes from the west to you, comes from the west, comes from the slowly setting sun, with a request of you to see how very short the endless days will run. And when they're gone, and when the dark descends, we'd give anything for one more hour of light. And I suggest this is the best part of your life.
Thank you, Dan. And what's that? In a moment, I know the choir is going to join us on the beamer up here and sing with you as well. So the first Tish question is, before the choir comes up, can you sing one more song and share a little bit with us? How's that for a Tishy Tish?
Deal, Rabbi. Well, yes, and conversation. Let's keep it going. Yes, and Rabbi.
Yes.
I'd like to be something we can all sing together.
I was going to say, one of my favorite moments tonight, and I saw it in your eyes, was when we started Vishamru, when you started Vishamru, and the congregation right away was singing with you. And everyone here was enjoying that moment, and it felt really good that it wasn't just one person singing or two, it was all of us being a part of that Shabbat.
That's it.
That's right.
That's the stuff. When I was little, my household was chaotic, loving, and very confusing. And Bill and Bonnie did a great job of singing together. And if I was good, whatever that means, I could stay up late. And I would sit under the table, and I would look at their adult shoes, and I would listen to their adult conversations, and Dad would start playing the guitar, and would singing, and Mom would harmonize, and there would be calm and peace in the home. The harmony of my parents singing together was the sound of things working, and I felt so safe and connected in the sound of people together making something beautiful from nothing. And I am so grateful that I get to be with you on this Shabbat, and we get to make something beautiful together. That is, I never want to take that for granted. And Shir Shalom is singing so beautifully now. It's extraordinary. And I hope that as we sing this next thing together, that you will open not only your voice, but your ears and your heart to receive the beauty that we are making as a family. These are words by Abraham Joshua Heschel, who talked about the idea of praying with his feet. That may be something cool for us to think about on this Shabbat. Here's the nigun we can all sing together. I hope you will. Hear that harmony. A thought has blown the marketplace away. There is a song on the wind and joy in the trees. Shabbat has arrived in the world, scattering a song in the silence of the night, and eternity utters a day, and eternity utters a day. Has blown the marketplace away. A thought has blown the marketplace away. There is a song on the wind. There's a song on the wind. And joy in the trees. And joy. Shabbat has arrived in the world. Shabbat has arrived. Scattering a song in the silence of the night. Scattering a song in the silence of the night. And eternity utters a day, and eternity utters a day.
invite the choir to come join Cantor, and I know that they have a couple more songs for us to conclude our service with as they get together and get in position, whatever that might be. It was asked, what can we be doing for Israel? What else can we be doing? And I'll just share a couple quick things. There are a lot of tzedakah projects that are going on, from our Federation's emergency campaign to a JNF. We put in our email yesterday, which is housing people in the Timna Park. A lot of different ways we can help in directly those who are being affected by this as well. But one thing that's really important is how we talk about what's going on. And so you'll see on our lawn, starting on Sunday, I believe, a sign that has, well, there'll be 220 white chairs with blue ribbons on them, representing all the hostages, with a sign that says, "Bring them home." It says, so that is all about what we know is happening in our world, and making sure that message is clear, that there are hostages we have to take care of and bring home to their families and to their loved ones. And so you'll see that and do everything possible with us to make that a reality as well. And so I'll now turn to Dan, our choir and cantor.
Light is sown for the righteous and joy for the upright in heart. Part of Psalm 97, part of the Psalms that Jews have been singing for centuries at the beginning of the Shabbat evening service. The choir knows it so well. Here we go. Bum biddy bum, 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 bum biddy bum. You're invited. You can join in the fun. Nama 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 na nama na nama na nama na nama 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 na or zarua la tzadik ul yishrei lev simcha must keep our hopes alive. We must raise our voices high. We must hold each other tight. We must stand up in the night and be alive. Zarua la tzadik ul yishrei lev simcha. Or zarua la tzadik ul yishrei lev simcha. We must spread our love around. We must feel this spiritual sound. We must work till peace has come. We must love and live as one and be alive. Y'all are lucky to have a choir like this one. Oh. Wow, thank you. We're lucky. We're very, very blessed to have this relationship built. Oh, and just the love that we are all enjoying tonight, it's real because we've built a relationship that's loving and respectful and
Awesome.
worthy of a tishy tish.
Thanks, Dan.
You're welcome. We have come from near and far to raise our voice in song. And the more we join in the refrain, the more we feel strong. Chazak, Chazak. There is a power in this place and time. It shapes our rest of our lives. For when we return each year, we find a truth we can't deny. Be strong, let us strengthen one another. Be strong, let us celebrate our lives. Be strong, let us strengthen one another. Chazak, Chazak, Benit Chazak, Chazak, Benit As we sing, we link ourselves
To those who came before,
to those who came before,
and we're one with all those yet to come.
and we're one with all those yet to
Our strength, it will endure.
Our strength, it will endure. Be strong, let us strengthen one another. Be strong. Chazak, let us strengthen one another. Chazak, Chazak. Be strong, let us strengthen one another. Be strong. Chazak, let us strengthen one another. Chazak, Chazak. Be strong, let us strengthen one another. Be strong, be strong. Chazak, Chazak, ונתחזק.
for that choir singing with Dan.
Yes.
You got a woo, business.
So before we go and enjoy an oneg together, it was John, Marjoram, Lace who suggested not only name tags, but that we make sure we greet the people around us after services when we get up. So we make sure we're knowing who we're with and then who we can dine with and enjoy company with as well. Our cocktails featured are both Israeli cocktails today that we'll be having. One's a milk and honey old fashioned with the Israeli Scotch whiskey from Tel Aviv, and the other is a pomegranate champagne with a arak in it as well. So there you go, Yali. Arak's in there too, yeah. So, but I want you to remember, as Dan actually references to, the strength and the power each of us as individuals can have, and how our voice can be heard, especially as Jewish individuals, as a Jewish community, and how valued and important that is, and how things are being accomplished in our community and what we're doing for one another. And don't forget that, because we need to make sure our voices are heard, especially in these difficult times, and know that we're together in this, and truly we're not alone. We have one another. So let's keep making sure that voice is heard and feel the love of community as we gather together tonight. So please rise for our closing prayer, our priestly blessing, as we send ourselves off and then join together in a moment.
Yevarechecha
Adonai v'yishmerecha. May God bless you. May God protect you.
Ya'er Adonai elecha v'yichunecha.
May God's light shine upon you and shine through you. God always be a part of who we are, giving us our strength, giving us our sense of togetherness and connections, of community, giving us our hope. Most of all, may God bless us with shalom, with peace. And I'll say once again, thank you to our friend Dan for traveling to be with us on this Shabbat and adding so much to our services. And for those who had asked where Rabbi Daniel is right now, he's with our 7th and 8th graders on a retreat, and Dan will be going to join them as well after the Oneg. Maybe. We'll see. He has to get there in a few moments. So please enjoy an Oneg with us, and we'll get together in the lobby. Thank you, Dan. Thank you, choir. Oh, did I mention the concert? Wait, I'll do it. That's why I wanted to stop, too. And I was talking about the ways we can help. October 30th, Monday, at Sheretz Zedek, all of the cantors are coming together to help support Israel. The proceeds of the concert are going to our emergency relief fund. Please join us on Monday night, too.
Please come Monday night. You can walk in and donate to the Federation's Emergency Fund for Israel. All the cantors are coming together for a concert. Please join us. 7 p.m., Congregation Sheretz Zedek.